Hello all, and welcome to a summary for our Courts of Hell Hallow, Mage the Ascension campaign. The group started with Edward collecting his data, learning about Arnold Reeves, a potential technocrat, and the links to the pamphlet to a phone number in Ingersoll, as well as an address. After collecting such information, he made his way back to Hallow House. Meanwhile, Oliver and Elliot, finishing the ritual, went to go meet up with Diana and a few others from House 303. Diana was being tutored by Francine, who was teaching very different than Elliot, leading Diana to being quite confused, exhausted after a 15-hour day, and getting a taxi ride home. Before they returned to Hallow House, with the new Gromoth in his brass body. Aiden, meanwhile, went through a ritual using Entropy 3 corresponds to, and burying himself in a grave, went to his mentor Chantry. There, after wandering the underground corridors for a bit, was welcomed by some of the servitors to her domain. In there, they had a conversation about her returning to the land of the living, stopped diving so deep into the Death Realm, and what she knew of Aiden's condition, which she was not giving straight answers and seemed exhausted. With the final invitation, Aiden returned. Everyone met up at Hallow House to discuss before getting some sleep. Aiden spending some time with Ketty before passing out into the night. The next morning, Aiden and Elliot discussed. Elliot was going to go do his seeking. He had previously warned the Cabal that earlier, and Aiden promised to watch the door. Aiden shooed some of the students, but when a knock came at Hallow House and no one else was around, he tasked Luton with watching Elliot seeking and ensuring Elliot wasn't interrupted. Jacob Wells had come to meet Aiden, a member who dispatches the names for the local youth thanatos of those that were Jor's building up around them. He had questions about the one Aiden had investigated, that Jor seemed to be building up again, and wanted to look into it further. He had concerns that maybe where he was getting the names from might be off. And with Hallow House allowing Jacob to enter, left Aiden in a better opinion of this person. They headed off to House 303. There, they collected the name, Diana's phone number, and the book she touched. Finding some problems with the book, but none that the Euthantos are going to take action against, they headed off, a ritual bringing them to Diana. Meanwhile, Edgar had gotten a call from Lewis. Oliver had slain Ono. And the call from Lewis had Edgar interested, gave Edward a chance to meet Lewis in his lab. Lewis was offering to lend out a primer as thank you for helping further his projects. Meeting up with Oliver, the two of them went to go investigate. At Lewis's lab, he invited them in, happy to see both of them, and as they questioned him, they were left with no solid answers. He was hard to read, but very enthusiastic with the information he had gathered in the data on Hallow House, claiming that he had had a diary at one point from one of them, which he had sent off with one of his articles, promising to share that information when it got published, and ensuring that Lewis left with a primer on, life sciences. Life sciences or matter? It's on the sheet. The two decided to head to the side of the church, and that's where we left off. Hope everyone's staying safe out there, and I'll see you at the table next time. Bye for now.